Supply and demand. To understand supply and demand, I'll tell you an instance so that it will be easy for you to understand clearly. So we all know about the price rise of onion a few months back, right? So when the onion price was very high, most of the families stopped buying onion, or the usage of onion becomes very down. When the price is very high, we don't buy, or else we buy very less quantity. Okay. At the same time, suppose if you are getting tomatoes as a dead cheap rate, what we do? We start to buy more. If we get say 1 kg for 15 rupees, 1 kg for 15 rupees tomatoes. Okay, why don't we buy extra 1 kg? Yeah, buy another kg. So we get 2 kgs and we use it. Similarly, even in the exhibition hall or something, we used to get lots of dead cheap, a good quality of cloths. If we find that is a really dead cheap and having a good amount of which is really worth it, definitely we incline to buy, because the price is low. In simple terms, we can say that the lower the price, then we ultimately prefer to buy more, right? So that is called as law of demand. That is, if the price is low, then we buy extra. Anything, we buy extra. So say buy one get two free, or buy two get one free, whatever. We don't bother about what is the buying price. We bother about the free one. Yeah, we are getting one free extra or two free extra. Go for it. Right? So that is the law of demand. If the price is less, we incline to buy more. So now for the law of supply, it is just quite opposite to the law of demand. So now let me give you an instance to understand the law of supply. That is, if you want more money, then ultimately we supply and sell as a higher, right? It's just because if you supply higher, then ultimately you get more money. So that is a simple law of supply. That is, the higher the price and the quantity you can produce, more and supply. And the point where the supply and demand meet, so that is called as the equilibrium price. That equilibrium price is the nominal price which you can spend to buy the product, and the product could be anything. So now this equilibrium price can be increased or else decreased depending upon some external factors. So now for understanding what are the external factors that the equilibrium price can go up or down. So for understanding this, let's again bring an instance. Okay, say for an example, people said that gooseberries are more good for health. Okay, so we had a report that gooseberries are more good for health, and earlier that gooseberry 1 kg they sold for, say for an example, 50 rupees. Now the recent report said that the gooseberry is very good for health. Now what we do? Ultimately the demand increases. But even then the demand increases, what as a human we say, okay, we need the product for the same price. So when it is so, because people are ready to buy the gooseberries at any cost, they are wanting. Even if you're, instead of 50 rupees, if it is 80 rupees, we still buy, because there was news that the gooseberries are more healthy, right? So ultimately we buy even if they sell the product for 80 rupees instead of 50 rupees, or else even for 100 rupees, we still buy. It's because they said it is good for health. Ultimately we buy. So your equilibrium price starts to increase. Again, suppose due to some bad weathers, or due to seasonal issues or something like that, if the supplier is not able to supply as per the quantity demanded, still they will supply the quantity, even if it is if they are not able to meet out the demand which they ask, but they will use it for any kind of amount. So they will demand, okay, so and so money we will give only less amount of product. So ultimately this equilibrium price again rises. So in both the criteria, that equilibrium price increases, but the scenario is different. So in short, that under the demand, the preference of the product can increase, but it affects the demand. So for an instance, that so we know that the diabetic persons will like to buy a sugar-free products, right? So if the diabetes peoples are getting rice as the time goes on, then naturally the demand will be increased for sugar-free products, right? And to understand about the law of supply, we can consider that during the Diwali season and Pongal season, we are knowing that the having lot of offers for TV, radio, and all other household things, washing machine, anything, right? So if a seller is giving an offer price for buying a TV, then naturally we say, okay, oh yeah, it's a Diwali time, why don't we buy? Yeah, let's buy. So they buy TV. So the demand of TV is naturally go up during that time, or anything, any other household items which is given in the offer can go up. So as a result, what happens is that the extra accessories, say for an example that we bought a TV for a low price. So do you think that we will stop thereby? No. So ultimately, we also prefer to go for a home theater, or else any kind of DVD or something, or some other good accessories, right? So which means that they will also increase the price for that kind of an accessories. That could be DVD, or else the home theater, or else anything, speaker, any set of speakers or anything. So the ultimately the prices increases as they need more supply.